In euro yen, we have to keep an eye on the euro side, obviously, with the Greek PSI, the private sector involvement, and also the downgrade by the S&P late Friday night, of course, takes and makes more pressure on the downside, very likely. We broke the 100 last time we talked about this. Now we're at a 97, and we don't think it's unlikely we will see 95 during this week. In terms of the Japanese side, the yen side of this, ironically, we actually see which is slightly counter-cyclical. We see improved Japanese data out. We see better industrial production, better orders. Some of it, of course, catching up to the tsunami effect last year, but overall, they're doing relatively better. And do not forget our main point on yen being that it's a deflationary in currency. When you're in a deflationary currency, your purchasing power increases day by day relatively to an inflationary one. So as we right now see about -1% in Japan and plus 3% in Europe, basically the Japanese investor is 4% better off every year in terms of purchasing power. That needs to be reflected in a stronger yen. So continue to see the downside in the euro yen. There will be attempts to take it higher. That will be certainly from the European Commission and the EU policymakers talks about this downgrade not being significant, that the PSI is manageable. But I think the S&P was right about one thing over the weekend, and that is that we have to stop doing all these PowerPoint presentations and look at the actual accounts instead. And the accounts tells us this doesn't work. It tells us there's no strategy, and it also tells us probably that the board needs to be changed. Have a good week.